If you just passed the FE Electrical and Computer exam, congratulations. It's a major career milestone, one that allows you to basically get your EIT certification and move on to the next step, which is PE Power exam for most of the electrical engineers. Based on my observation and experience helping thousands of engineers prepare for FE Electrical and PE Power exams and passing them in the first attempt, I can tell you that one of the best things that you can do right now, especially if you have fuel in the tank, if you still have the focus, energy, and commitment to keep moving forward, is to basically cash in the momentum that you've built with your FE Electrical and Computer exam preparation and dive right into the PE Power exam prep. That's because the knowledge that you have gained from FE Electrical and Computer exam, about 25, even up to 30% of that carries over to the PE Power exam right away. And you've also developed a routine and a structure as part of your exam preparation. And getting back into the rhythm and the routine is going to become more and more challenging. In this video, I'm going to discuss how you can leverage your FE Electrical and Computer success and help your PE Power exam preparation become a lot easier as compared to you delaying and putting off the PE Power exam prep and then coming back to it a few months later. So at this point, having passed the FE Electrical and Computer exam, you have a lot of content, hopefully all the content related to the FE exam preparation fresh in your mind. And the good news is that roughly 20 to 30% of the FE Electrical exam carries over to the PE Power exam. For example, mathematics, which is the very first section of FE Electrical and Computer exam specification, the very first topic that you have to get a good handle on. It is one of the big 5 topics on the FE Electrical and Computer exam, and as we know, math is the foundation of engineering, and therefore it carries over 100% to PE Power. Obviously, circuit analysis, which is one of the big 5 topics in FE Electrical, that carries over to PE Power. The entire section of power systems within FE Electrical carries over 100% to PE Power. Within electronics, which is again a big 5 topic in FE Electrical, we have power electronics that carries over to PE Power. Within linear systems for FE Electrical, we have resonance, we have RL, RC transient circuits that carry over to PE Power. So you get an idea that roughly 20, 30, maybe up to 35% of FE Electrical topics that you've studied do carry over to PE Power. So why not leverage that momentum and make use of it in your PE Power exam preparation? The second big advantage of diving into PE Power right after passing the FE Electrical is basically your daily routine. You already have figured out a structure for your day, for your weeks, for your weekends, and you can make use of your routines and habits. You're just gonna switch the FE Electrical content with the PE Power content, and for everyone else around you, your family, your friends, your supervisor, your work, everyone knows that, okay, this guy has been working on this project, because you already have a routine in place and you're basically staying consistent with that routine for a few more months. A lot of states have actually decoupled the experience requirement for PE exam registration. Up until a few years ago, most of the states would not let you take the PE exam until you had at least 4 years of experience under your belt. But now, a lot of states such as California, Texas, Florida, Wisconsin, New Jersey, Michigan, Illinois, and the list goes on and on and on, they allow you to take the PE exam right after passing your FE exam. A lot of these states don't even require you to initiate an application, and you can just register for the exam by selecting that state and take the exam. It doesn't mean that you'd have to physically go to New Jersey, you'd have to physically go to Florida, you'd have to physically go to Texas. Even if you are in one of the other states, you can register for one of the decoupled states and take the exam exactly where you took your FE Electrical. Because the good news is that since December 1st, 2020, the PE Power exam has also transitioned into a CBT, or the computer-based exam. So the interface for the PE Power exam is exactly like the interface for the FE Electrical and Computer exam. You're given the reference handbook and multiple tabs for codes and standards on half of your screen, and the remaining half of your screen is basically going to contain the actual exam. Back in the day, the PE Power exam was an open book exam and you can bring it references. But now, having taken the CBT format for the FE Electrical, the PE Power CBT format is going to be very natural for you. And as you probably know, after passing the FE Electrical and Computer exam and meeting the requirements, you do get recognized as an EIT, but an EIT certificate doesn't give you nearly as much privilege as a PE license does. So your job is basically only half done when you pass the FE Electrical and Computer exam and you reach your final destination, that is your PE license, only after passing the PE Power exam. There will be still other documentation that will be required, such as background check, references. If you're an internationally trained engineer, then a degree evaluation, but those are relatively easier steps. On this PE licensing journey, basically the FE exam and the PE exam are arguably the two most difficult steps of the process. I help a lot of electrical, computer, and sometimes non-electrical engineers prepare for the FE electrical and computer exam, as well as the PE Power exam. I've written several books on the topic of FE electrical and computer exam preparation, as well as the PE Power exam preparation. I have a very popular online program for FE electrical prep, for PE Power prep. If you're interested, feel free to check that out on www.studyforfe.com. There's an on-demand portion containing tons of lectures, theoretical explanations, quizzes, mini exams, computer-simulated practice exams, and I also conduct live training classes. And my advice to all of my FE students who take the program, pass the exam, is to dive into the PE Power right away. Because of all the reasons that I mentioned to you, your journey actually becomes a lot easier when you take the PE Power exam soon after passing the FE exam. Otherwise, you'll have to more or less start from scratch if you procrastinate and if you push it out. Because then you'll have to get the routine in place. The effort that you put in learning new concept in FE electrical may not carry over as seamlessly later down the road as it is going to do right now. And the inertia and the friction just increases over time. If you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing. On a weekly basis, I'm creating content for FE electrical and PE Power exam preparation. I also discuss topics related to electrical engineering with a focus on power systems engineering. If you'd like to learn more about my FE electrical and PE Power exam preparation programs, please visit my website, studyforfe.com.